game. But yeah, so it's good. It's going forward at least. It's just like sometimes you just sit playing around, like, which is fair enough. Like if I would work at a company, that would not be fair enough. That is like you just sat around playing with the game test thing today. Like you're gonna have to like do work. Like the problem is I don't know what to do now, so I feel like that's a good thing at least to do because I can figure out what to do. I was looking around a bit, checking for like quests and stuff, so I might just go and look for quests. And I'm gonna have to smack him down if I want that item, to be honest. Have I been everywhere for the quests? I think like this is the last place. No, wait, not fully the last place. Like I don't think I've done quest there or there. I did some quest there, at least I found some. Let's go and check quarry quest and press just because. Yeah, here we have some. Oh right, yeah, I have been here. It wants me to basically sell. It wants to sell like a carpet, but I need someone to sell it to. That's the thing. And I do not know who really. What's that? That's the issue. But yeah. At least I'm gonna make this game, I'm gonna try and make this game much better than my first game I ever made, which, to be honest, it was actually kind of like, I don't know why I published it. I wanted to publish it just because, like, I felt for it, like, I was happy about it. Got teeth. I'm trying to dig through this rock, but again, it's got the better of my pick. You could sharpen the red thing, be a different story, but how do I do that? Don't know. Let's go and check some purchases and shit. Fool's gold ore. Way too expensive. But yes, I need like more items. I feel like I need more stuff. Nondescript stone. Fair enough. Rare stone. I could steal those though. I feel like why it's so difficult getting money in this game is because you're meant to basically also take them. Or at least try to take them. But other than that, oh yeah, as I said, I was doing programming as well. I also clicked the wrong thing. I got the Foundry because that's something we do when I play Pokemon D&D each week. And it's because like it felt like it was much simpler than the one I was owning, which I'm not gonna lie, it was. I used to own Fantasy Ground, which I still own though. The problem is like I got it for like 500, and if I'm gonna upgrade with 1,000 now, I can let people play without owning it. Foundry one by one thing, like it doesn't really matter. If I'm not mistaken, I might be probably mistaken, but I don't know. But what I kind of want to try and do is to make my own rule set. Because that's the thing, there are so many like community rule sets out there that it's like you are capable of finding stuff. Like with Fantasy Ground, I was like, oh, you want to play Alien, you have to buy this pack. And then it's like, okay, but I want this pack. We don't have that pack. Like, okay, fair enough. You don't have that. We have this. We don't have that. Like, everything was either buy or we don't have it. So, when I looked around for Foundry, it was like, this seems like it could be easier to at least build your own thing. Because I tried to do that in Fantasy Ground, and it was actually kind of garbage. Which, to be fair, like, I cannot say anything fully. Like, I'm not really good at that kind of programming. I did try that now with Foundry as well, which both is simpler in a sense, but because it doesn't use the strange-ass way of doing things. Because the Fantasy Ground has their very specific way of doing things. which in a sense it works like with their own programming, which is a language that they use themselves and no one really else use. And like, yeah, that's gonna be difficult. So I tried now, which it's easier. Like, it's not easy as in, oh, I can easily do this. Like, basically, you have to both understand CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. Because all of the different scripts do different things. But I have managed to at least understand how some of these actually works quite well. The only problem I have is to actually get it out on the screen, which has been a bit of a hell. Because the first thing I did was basically build a system, build an item collection. Well, not full an item collection, but basically armor and weapons, for example. So now when I go into Foundry and basically like I want to create a weapon, create an item, you can choose between weapon and armor, which means I can get it to work. That's more than I've done in the other one. The only issue is that now I started to drag in HTML and JavaScript to make a window, so to say, because everything that you do there is basically a new small window. And what I have a problem with that is that I can't get it to work. The software itself, I'm using a Visual Studio to program, doesn't really tell me what's wrong. I have to find it myself. And I have been looking through the video that people recommended me, or the community has recommended me. I can't find a thing. There was like an update around like 8.9 or something like that, or 8.0, which they said, oh, this is definitely gonna basically break your thing, you have to reprogram it. So I did check that out, but it doesn't contain anything that I have. Like, it doesn't contain anything I have yet began to do. Also, I realized there's supposed to be some sort of thing here, a healing thing. I'm gonna go and check if I can find that. And yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna search around these areas for these places, the shrines. But yeah, so right now I'm trying to figure out if it's just a comma somewhere that is missing, because that just makes sure that it doesn't understand what is going on, but it still works. Because like I managed to do that. I made the code believe it can continue, and that's basically just cause an error. But sometimes when you miss something, it might just totally completely ignore it. But the issue I have here then is that it's very difficult for me to test it, to debug what is wrong. Like, for example, when I used Unity or when I use Unreal, it either tells me the error and shows me where it is, or I can basically debug it and check, okay, if this happens, tells me this. If this happens, tell me this instead. And here it's like, does it work or does it not work? That depends on, can I see it? It basically is, what can I see on the screen? For example, like the thing he showed as a test was like, oh, just say hello here. Okay, fair enough, I'm gonna try say hello. And it's gonna basically show up on the little window that pops up on the item. But it doesn't do that, which means that somewhere with the connection of what's going on, it can't build a window. So I have been sitting with that the whole day, just starting, restarting, trying again, failed, and do shit like that. Like, I don't really hate programming, but I'm not the best at it. And I can tell you that, good god, doing 3 at the same time, like, I know, like, people say, basically, it's like, oh, it might just take longer than 3 days or even weeks. Like, this can take, well, not even days. I think they talked about month. Or month. Months. There we go. Now I could pronounce it. But yeah, at least I want to understand the beginning of it, and then I can work myself up. So like, I am glad they basically show the worst part, which is that part. Because that just means that, okay, I'm gonna have to like figure out what the hell to do here. Because, for example, making the items, like, sure, as I said, it doesn't really tell me what's wrong. But it does at least show me kind of how things work. Like, for example, oh, types, weapon, armor. Okay, then you created the type weapon. It's gonna have this, 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 and this. Then you create the type armor. It's not that difficult. Or at least kind of easy to understand. So what I want to basically begin with is just like how to create items and actors. Like the whole rule set thing, I am gonna do later on. When I understand a bit more of it. Because I want to try, because I've talked about this game a lot. So if you think I'm talking too much about it, just tell me, because... But I really do... I've not ever played it, but I like the theory of the game, which is the Fabula Ultima game. So basically what I am gonna have to do there to be able to figure out how things is gonna work, or make the, what do you call it, the system work, more or less, is to, for example, how do I explain this? The game mechanics. For example, like, the initiative is probably gonna be a bit difficult to fix, because as they said in the video, every game has an initiative. The only issue here is that their kind of initiative in this game is, which is faster, ally or enemy? Ally. Okay, then you basically go ally, enemy, ally, enemy, ally, enemy. But if the enemy goes first, it goes enemy, ally, enemy, ally. So that, for first of all, is gonna be a bit of an help for me to even try and figure out how that works. But otherwise, what I want to first focus on is like creating items and stuff, because those at least have a value. They at least have a value that can be used. And then afterwards I can just figure out how the hell am I supposed to actually use the value. For example, like, some weapons like take insight and dexterity. Like how good you're seeing, how good you are aiming, and how fast you are with it. And that is like basically the 2 dices. Which means that I later on are gonna buy, for example, say like, I'm gonna have to for first of all just be able to limit it, which I think I can do in the same way I limited the things. Like, for example, when he showed the test thing he did show like a way of handling it, like types. Which is basically like, oh, the aim way. Oh, it's either a shotgun or a pistol, like how far does it aim? I could do it like that and basically give it a dice size. And then when it basically has a dice size, I can just tell it like, okay, then you just do this. Because that's the thing. For example, many of the games is like, okay, what sort of dice do you have? I like, what sort of value do you have? No, I have 5. Okay, so roll this dice plus 5. This game is basically your values, your status is the dice size. You can only, for first of all, have a even value because of 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 as a value. And on that point, basically, one is the lowest, one is the highest. And for example, when you get a weapon with like insight or insight dexterity, it basically is like, okay, you take the insight, you take the dice, you roll those, what is the value and what is the biggest. Because basically the biggest is the damage of the high roll. Like that, I kind of like that though. That they kind of connect them together. Because for example, there are many games that is like, okay, what is the damage? Damage is this. Like for example, the Pokemon D&D I'm doing. Like it's not difficult because we do use a foundry for it, so a lot of it is automatic. And it helps a lot dealing with that. But for example, you still need to do one roll for hitting and one roll for damage. Which is technically 2 roll, but only 2 button presses for me. But in this game, it is like, okay, you have the Holy Blade, which basically... Well, I'm just trying to check how we get up there. Which takes dexterity and might. Because it's a very heavy blade and you need to be good with it. Simple. You have a, let's say, D10 and a D4 just because of two different ways. Oh, my throat is a bit sore, actually. I did say that before, but still. I'm just gonna drink here a bit and I'm gonna continue my explanation. But yeah, D10, D4. You roll those, you get a 4, and you got a 5. Just to say something. Which means that your 5 is the high roll. That is the highest roll. And most weapons is basically, this is how you hit, what sort of type damage is it. For example, ice, fire, darkness, poison, light. You know, like these Final Fantasy or like JRPG type element weaknesses. And then basically the damage, you don't roll fully for damage. The damage is all, most of the time, depending on what item you have, but sometimes you can create a stronger weapon. But at those points it's basically high roll plus 5, which means like, okay, you get a 9 with hit, let's easily say it hits. And then you do damage, which is basically which one was the highest of the dices. It was the 5 one. And on that point, you basically... Okay, then it is 5 plus 5. You do 10 damage. Which, to be fair, is actually quite a lot of damage with the thought of things begin... How things begins. You begin that game at level 5. So you have, like, skills and stuff. And... Yeah, like, most of the time when I've built something that has, like, an average... like... HP pool, it is around like 50-60, so that is basically just like a fifth of the damage anyway, which is really interesting actually. In here? Oh yeah, in here. I'm just trying to find these jobs things just because I think I already know. Well, I need to get the apothecary some extra job. What did I tell him to be? I don't know if I actually had a choice for him yet. A voice echoes in your head. Hail, traveler. I am Dryfind, the huntress. I'm not gonna do the voice today, I sometimes do. Unto thee, who I dost boldly venture to this place, I impart the knowledge of the heavens. So that would be actually kind of interesting to try and create that, because that means I have a way to play that online as well without having to deal with like, okay, So how do I do this? Oh, you're just gonna have to like type roll d that plus that, and like okay, that's just gonna be a bit of an hell. And just like okay, so what dice did you roll? Like okay, I rolled this die, so that is the highest +5. Oh, I do this much damage. Okay, and not only that, there aren't really any like character cheats for it, so that doesn't really help. I did go there, yeah. Okay, so hold on, I've gone there. I have that. Should I make him a dancer just because I can? Did I do that? Could do that. Because the only thing I don't have is the merchant. I think I have everything else, actually. Yeah, I think I have everything else. Could make him a dancer just because giving him an extra job is entitled. You know what? Let's do that. Because I feel like making him a hunter would not fully benefit. We already have a hunter in our team. Oh shit, I realized we can actually fit everything we want depending on what job we give them. Huh. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like figure out as well how to do that. Because I kind of want to try that. Like the mechanic of it is probably gonna be an hell to do. But otherwise, like how the game works, it is kind of simple. So I feel like it might also help me with like how things would work. For example, like oh, what is the attribute like for hitting? Like you just press this and this, and like okay. Then what is the damage? You do this, then you have this item, and basically that's about it, you would say. I don't know what level things were here. Probably should have checked that before I just ventured into this goddamn area. I'm worried. I am actually kind of worried. Okay, scholar skills. Blizzard? Kind of thought so, just because of like where we are and what the type of like.
Bring it on.
I'm gonna do this actually. There we go. Because like I just thought like cold shock, cleric skills, luminescence. I think it seems to be fine at least. We are doing okay. Warrior skills, level slash. At least that thing is done. Those other two I am a bit uncertain about.
If thou darest.
Hunter skill, no. Beast, no. Oh, should I do beast lore? We can do Linde.
Here we go.
Well, they are at yellow, which means they are strong, but I think we can kind of deal with it. Oh, good, you get a second chance. Let's just do ice. There you go. Gonna use up a lot of mana points, to be honest. Or SP, which is special points, I guess, or skill points. Concoct. Medical, large volume. Put the medicine component, small volume. Poisonous.
Try this.
Jesus Christ.
I'll do my best.
That fucking healed her so much. She has double her HP right now. The fuck? Okay, fair enough.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Arrow storm, yeah. Just to do some damage here.
Here I go.
Yeah, that would actually help me with like figuring out if I ever want to like play it online. I don't basically have to like force it. I'm like, okay, do you have your character cheat somewhere else? Like that's not really gonna help, to be honest. It's better to have it on the system. So I'm like trying to just use the other ones, just like try and guide me right now and see if I can find the problem. But for right now, I have no clue what the goddamn problem is. It just complains that... Well, it doesn't even complain. It's just like, I can choose item. I can choose what type of item. But when I create the item, it is basically just the default one. And the problem is that it is not registering the one I have. Because it even shows like how to see it, and I can't even choose my thing there. Ooh, hello, there are two of these things.
Here goes nothing.
Shit. Hunter skill, no. Damn. Linda. Oh, I killed one of them.
Well then.
That's gonna give me a lot of experience.
May the sacred flame shine forth.
One damage. That's not perhaps best, but it's good at least. It's gonna flee. Nope, it tossed money. Which didn't really do much damage actually. Summon beast, two-handed hatchling, grooming, everything is just basically healing. There we go. Oh, interesting. Otherwise, I'm just playing around with Foundry, trying to figure out how things work. It is actually really like in depth how things works. You can have different kinds of walls. You can have give it basically the map weather. I kind of still want them to have like I'm gonna say like a mask for the weather. That's something I kind of miss from the fantasy ground I have, because you could give the map weather as well, but you could also use a masking on it, which basically tells which area would you actually... Ooh, you're weak against that, and I hit you for like critical, okay.
Letting the hunt begin.
My turn now.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna kill this thing actually.
What to do?
Or I might. I don't know. I'm trying my best just to like deal with that thing. Is this gonna help me somehow? Oh, yeah, that's definitely gonna help me. But yeah, so I kind of missed that, because I know how to make things have weather, but it's kind of a static thing, so it's like, it has the animation of it, like how rain's supposed to look, how snowstorm's supposed to look. But there isn't really like much of a setting of how it could be or where it is. It's like, it's the whole goddamn map. I kind of would want to, like, for example, if you have a world map, like, oh, it is rainy over there, it is foggy over there, and like, things like that. But otherwise, I'm kind of impressed with, like, the lighting and even sound. Like, they have proximity-based sound in a tabletop RPG. Is it used often? Personally, I don't know. But it's a very interesting thing, because, for example, if you let the players just move around and try to find their own things. How much... Jesus. That was actually a good goddamn battle with thought of how... I got like 1,000 experience. And I got 6,000 gold as well, god damn. But yeah, like, for example, I tried it out, like, if you just let your players walk around, it was just like, okay, you walk there, and then you can basically hear something. And I like that, because you don't need to, like, oh, you can hear a voice from this area. You can basically, like, let that be inside the map. And if they are in an area where they can hear it, then they basically can hear it. And if they're not, they basically just have to walk in the area they can hear it. So, okay. We're gonna go up here now. We're gonna go over there, because we are actually almost at level 24. But yeah, this is basically what I talk about, because it's as people say, find something to talk about, and amuse your people, your viewers with it. So this is what I talk about, because I don't know what to talk about otherwise. If anyone out there is like, oh, but we can talk about this, then sure, absolutely, do give me a tip or a topic, definitely. I'm just trying to keep my mouth going, if we say so. I'm just trying to keep my mouth going and just talk to you all. Just having you all entertained. But yeah, I've said before, I really like tabletop RPGs, even though I don't play many of them. One I have played the longest now is Pokemon, and I have at least played it for some months now. And that has been once per week, mostly.
I sunder it all.
Okay, they're not weak against that.
Sorcery.
And to be honest, I do have a lot of fun. Neon is a great DM, to be honest.
Bring it up.
That's actually the first thing that I got introduced to when actually meeting Neon. Because I think I learned to know Daryl first, and then Neon managed to pop in a bit now and then. So somehow I just ended up like following him on Twitch actually. And one of the first things I watched, I'm not gonna really say the most, because each time he is live, I am there and I am like supporting. He's a good friend, to be honest. But one of the things I watched a lot of, especially in the beginning on his D&D session, and it was absolutely wonderful. I highly enjoyed watching that. And I do highly enjoy playing with him as a DM. I even got like... I was even DM for him once, which I am kind of happy about, because I just want to try like being a DM once, just to like, how is this? How does this feel? Like I did that as my first and affiliate anniversary, and I am glad that I actually invited Neon to that, because as I said, he's a good DM, and it basically just like, if it was something that felt a bit off, or if I didn't know how to do, he can at least explain in a way how to do some things. Because the thing we were playing was basically Ruin of Symbaroum, which is a 5th edition D&D. I think people use the word homebrew. It is not a homebrew, but it's more of another sort of like setting, and it's like it's basically published as well. So
here goes nothing.
There we go. But yeah, so because it was D&D and he's used to D&D, it could be like, okay, like how does this work with like monsters and stuff? Like, how do we deal with things like this? Oh, if things goes like this, you just change stuff of that. Like, at that point, I was still, and I am still very new to this. I am that kind of person that goes kind of head in with step by step, which you shouldn't really do sometimes. Like, some games are really good with those steps by steps. For example, as I said, like, Fabula is having really good, like, oh, for example, your players are level 5. Then you kind of want to build, if you want it easy, do this. If you want it medium, do this. If you want it hard, do this. And basically like, oh, you want to create a level 5 enemy, then you do this. And you basically level up that, you do that. Like some systems have a really good way of dealing with things like that. And I feel that's the one. But yeah, so I was kind of glad to hear that for my first time as a DM, I did a good job. To be honest, I was glad hearing that, because as I said, I've never DM'd ever in my life. I have I think I have around 12 this in a different system. No, not systems. Oh well, that's not really 12 different games at least. But I wouldn't say 12 different systems, because for example, Fabula and Ryutama, or Ryutama, basically shares sort of the same, which is the whole dice size
If thou darest.
system. Which, as I said,
Do this.
D4, D6, D8, D10, D12. If you have a strength of 12, you roll a D12. Stuff like that.
Sorcery.
So they basically share one, only that there are of course difference between how they work, but the main thing works the same. Then, for example, I have like Coriolis, Alien, and Tales from the Loop. Those are using the year 0. Oh, also Forbidden Lands. I always say Land of the Lost. It's not that. It's Forbidden Lands. They are basically using the year 0 engine. Which, yes, it might not really explain much to some people, but it is the Free League Publishing own
May the sacred flame shine
own system, which is basically taken from the game year 0, which I actually also have. I bought it because it felt interesting. I kind of want to know more about it. And it was a Free League Publishing, which I'm not gonna lie, I am a high Gotham supporter of.
I'll not be defeated.
They actually are like, were kickstarting a new Symbaroum game. I kind of was like, I really want to do this. But yeah, like, I don't have an interest. I'm not gonna do that because, yeah.
May the sacred flame shine forth.
Here we go.
I'm gonna do a defend.
Here I go.
Merchant skill, donate BP, there we go.
For you.
But yeah, so those are sharing that. Ruins of Symbaroum, I already talked about. It basically has the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, so... Oh shit, okay. Don't just defend here then.
What next?
Nope,
All right.
nope.
Sorcery.
It's my turn
Ow.
now. My turn now.
What do I else have? I have the old Symbaroum, which also was like published by Free League Publishing, but they did not use year 0 in that. They used something else, which I can't really explain. Oh, Awakening. There we go.
Have this.
I have not read that too much because, well, I have read it much. It's just I haven't read it recently because I read a lot of Ruin of Symbaroum, which is a new way.
Down to work.
No, wait, actually, let's just defend.
I'll
Which
not
is
be
a new version of Symbaroum. Like the whole world building is the same.
If thou darest.
The how things works is kind of the same. It's just basically a 5th edition D&D thing instead. Call of Cthulhu. I played that twice. Yeah,
I'll
twice.
not be defeated.
I had to remind myself how many times I've actually played it, but yeah, I've played it twice. It is a fun game, but it's I can definitely agree with people. It is an unfair kind of game.
What to do?
What next?
Because of like how things works in that game, and I can in a sense understand that because it's like Cthulhu, the world is basically like just ending in a way, and like, yeah. But it's also, good god, it's difficult. Like, you can easily die in that game, and like, it's as people say, like, it's not meant for you to kill off your characters or your players and stuff. Absolutely fair. But it's something with this game that is like, it is meant to kill off your characters, and everyone is just going, huh? Excuse me? Oh, that was the wrong thing. There we go. That was the thing I kind of wanted. Yeah, so we have the trader up there somewhere. I think we can go to it while we wait. Yeah, because right now we are over here. It doesn't seem like we can go over here. I think we need to go there first. Right?
Step right
Oh,
up.
this is gonna be problematic.
Come.
Dealing with all of these things. Scholar skill. Let's just use lightning. What more do I have? I'm trying to remember. I've already said like many of the year zero ones, which is many of those I own. Alien, for example, and those. I think I'd mentioned all of them. I own Legends of the Five Rings as well, which is a Fantasy Flight game. They do good board games, to be honest. I haven't really checked them out too much recently because, well, no income really, so I haven't really been too much of a worry trying to figure things like that out. But otherwise, they do good games, and it was actually a good role-playing game. It's just that was in the time when I didn't really understand how they worked. Like, one of the rules there is like you create a samurai, which means you have your honor of following the rules of your lord, which is like, okay, fair enough. But then it was also like, but you also need something that goes against the lord, and like, for me it didn't really work out in my head because I cannot understand how that works. Like, okay, you have your duty, but you also have something you want to do yourself, but like, how is that supposed to be a part of the game? I didn't really understand that. Like, now I can understand more, like, what are you for sort of character? Like, oh, I'm this kind of character. Okay, then the DM kind of knows about that and can do something using that knowledge. From my side, it was like, I didn't really understand how the hell to work that out.
The hunt endeth.
But I have really fun, like, trying to just do world building, working a bit with Foundry and stuff. I kind of would want a start to finish tutorial though of how to work with Foundry programming. Or at least an updated one. As I said, like, the one I watched is like 3 years old, and when they updated to the AIS like 0.8 or 8.0, it basically became like, oh, now you need to change some stuff in the middle of the thing, which more or less meant like, oh crap, that means I'm gonna have to check what am I doing right now that I'm gonna have to change, which wasn't anything, but still, it's like, I kind of want something that explains very well how things does. The one he does is, it's good enough actually to understand, but in a sense it's also like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong or right, which is more on my end, to be fair.
Using this.
It is more on my end, to be fair, of like why I can't understand why the hell it doesn't work. There we go, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. Yeesh. Yeah, there we go.
I am not made for such battles.
You sure? You annihilated them with a large stone. I probably should have saved it, to be honest, but like, I don't really care. Like, now we are at least managed to get somewhere. But yeah, if anyone out there has like a favorite tabletop RPG, do tell me actually. There are so many different ones, and like, sure, many probably out there would say, oh, it's Dungeons and Dragons. That is fair. That is, to be honest, extremely fair. Have I ever played Dungeons and Dragons? No, not main one. Other than getting the core books just so I can basically play the Ruins of Symbaroum. Personally, I don't care too much about D&D. Listening to D&D and like watch videos of D&D, absolutely. Like, I love that because it's so fun just watching people's reaction and what people do in it. But personally, it's not something I want to get because I just feel it's, from my point of perspective, it's too overwhelming. It's like, oh, we have the 5th edition now and we have these 10 books. I just feel like I have to buy all of them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of books from different places just because I like reading them and it could be fun playing them. But I felt like I was so far out, like oh, it was 10 years ago it came out, okay, and I've missed all of this, like, late with the whole thing. But yeah, I have a lot of goddamn books. And to be fair, it is
The
really
hunt
fun just
beginning.
reading them now and then. Like, at my latest 2 works, especially when I didn't have anything to do, like, I have some PDFs on my phone where I can basically read these role-playing books digitally. Or some of them, at least. Oh, Jesus, I just saw, like, wait, what are you doing? Like, what is that? Like, oh, shit, it's that. Okay, fair enough. But that's something I like with some places, at least. Most of the time, it is from Free League Publishing. Or Kickstarter, depending on, like, what they do or what they use for something. Because I use a site often, and it's called Right Through RPG, which is a site where you can buy PDFs of role-playing games. I am not, like, the site itself is really good, and from my point of perspective, because I've used it for years now, is trustable. But I can't say really the same of the publishers in it.
Here we go.
Because basically what I mean is that I searched some stuff for Ryutama, like has something else being published. And the problem I got there is that I managed to find one more book, but it was in Spanish, together with some cards that was in Spanish as well. And even the core book they had was in Spanish, and then they had another one that was in Spanish. Like, everything was in Spanish. And I checked, as I said, I didn't really, like, dive through everything, but it wasn't the same publisher.
I am not a maid.
It was not the main publisher. Which means that this was either a, oh, we will take their resource and make a Spanish version. So that's why I say, like, I don't know what to think of some publishers, but the site itself is really good. Like, whenever I most of the times buy from Free League Publishing, or even help out with a Kickstarter or something, because I did help out with the Ruins of Symbaroum Kickstarter, I even got the alphas through that site. So I could basically read them on my phone before, like, the even core game came out. And I really like that site, because it that's how I found Fabula Ultima, which is a really good one. And they also do sell, like, physical books somewhere, don't know where, but somewhere. And I really like that one. So that site, for anyone that really likes tabletop RPGs, and like feel like I cannot go and look around for physical books all the time, I would recommend checking that out. It's I think I've discussed them with Maestro. Yes, some of the PDFs are pricey. I would say, hold on, I'm gonna check something just in case. Just for fun. Let's see here. Drive through RPG. There we go. Also, it's gonna update, I think, because it has a new site, so... No, apparently not. Oh, preview. Oh. Odd. Or is it because I'm on phone? I often watch check this out on phone, so it's different on phone. Ruin of Sylvar. I'm using that because I think, like, the books cost like 400 or something. Oh, actually. Let's check. Free League Publishing. Let's go. There we go. Promised Land. Don't I own that? Holy shit, I own a lot of those, though. Apparently I don't own the Promised Land. Interesting. Oh, but it is free. Fair enough. Because I was wondering, yeah, the Promised Land is basically something you get with the main book. Okay, shop. Let's go. Just checking here a bit quick. I want to like see the price difference of like a physical one and these ones. So let's take the player's guide. It's about 450 to 500 Swedish kronor. And the Game Masters... No, that's the screen. Adventure, Bestiary, Player's Guide. Wait, hold on. Where is it? There, Game Master's Guide. It's about 200... no, not 200. Well, $24, $25. Which is approximately... Like, don't take me seriously, but around that time when I bought it, it's about 250 Swedish kronor. Which means that it is about half the price of what the book would actually be costing. So pricey, definitely, perhaps, but we thought of like what you like, how much the book costs, then it's like, it's kind of worth it, depending on like if you only want a PDF. But as I said, like when I, for example, got the Runes of Symbaroum and some other of the games through Free League Publishing, I actually got the PDF as well through that site. And that site also keeps track of your library. So like if you like download them and like after a while you lost them somewhere, you can just download them again. I've done that. It's an absolute brilliant site, to be honest. There we go. Trying to figure out what more to talk about now. I feel like I've just gone through what game I'm doing, what I'm doing with the tabletop RPG, and what's going on right now.
Bring it on.
There isn't much going on. Like, I don't have any work right now, so that's why I'm trying to like stream a bit more. I haven't really done too much of that. It's just a personal thing, like a feeling thing, we say so. Not gonna go into much detail of that. It's not really anything bad. It's not anything good. It's just how I feel or how I work in a sense, which just makes me like, oh, I'm not gonna stream today, but I am streaming tomorrow.
My turn now.
There we go. Gonna do this one. But yeah, I kind of hope on this while I'm like waiting for work. So like it's not like it's gonna pop up by itself, but like while I'm not streaming, I am like searching for work, so I'm doing shit, to be honest. I'm not just sitting here hoping like for the best to happen. In a sense, I at the same time do, because all the work I've had recently has been not the greatest. Like for those who have been here since the beginning more or less, knows about one of my works, like my first one, which was absolutely piss.
The hunt endeth.
And then after that, like, sure, I did some newspaper delivery, which it's not really something I earn a lot from, but it was a good, like... Oh, there we go. I was like, where's my map somewhere? You don't earn much from, like, newspaper delivery, but it was a good, like, side thing at least, definitely. But, like, then I had, like, burger thing I think I had after that. Yeah, that was my main big thing, right? The burger one. Which was for a few months before I started studying again. And even there, like, I'm not gonna work in, like, fast food, because a bit too fast for me. Could handle it. Like, I didn't get as stressed as the first goddamn work I had, which was awful working for them, to be honest. I still like have this discrete feeling of like I don't want to work with in places like that. And most of the time that works pop up, it's always places like that. Like, oh, do you want to work with this? Then we can hire you so you can be sent to places like that. The problem is like I don't know how every place works. Like the one my sister was at worked like, we find this kind of place for you, but when they are done with you, we are done with you, but we can try and help you afterwards. And I just feel like I just want something I can stick around in and basically feel,
All right.
I would say feel safe in, I would say. Because, oh, I didn't know they actually did for all, god damn it. Or did I for all? I think it did for all. But like, for example, the latest work I had, I earned like 15,000 Swedish kronor or something each month, which is like it's a good deal in a sense. And like I did work, I don't know how many times per week. I think at least 2-3 times per week or something, which is good. But like the way they expect you to work is, it's not really realistic. Because I went there to return my work hoodie. So there was a new person there as well, and I was like, I was asking like, oh, how is it going here today? Because like I was curious. I haven't been there for at least a month. I was like, how is it going for you in the best store we have in this city? Slow. That was basically his word. It was slow. I was like, oh yeah, that is basically how that city is, which is fair for everyone that knows about the city. And he said like, yeah, that, and also we have 2 stores around 100 meters from each other. And like, yeah, that's also the thing. Like for some reason they thought that was a good idea. Don't know why, don't know how, but they thought it's a good idea. And yeah, for some reason like the mindset they had at that work was stupid, because it's like, oh, I am in one of the most busiest places. I'm gonna start that soon. I'm gonna just do some shit beforehand. And it's like, oh yeah, I can get like 20 people in the day, and like, oh, I can basically get like half of those people to buy shit. And they kind of had the mindset that everyone was gonna go out with a receipt. Like, that most of the time works for stores, as long as they had shit to actually choose from. We had one sort of phone cover. Basically, we could choose many different colors from. Then we had a few extra, but it was a bit of like a pick and hope for the best. And yeah, like we didn't really have much to choose from. And they just believe that, oh, well, but the only thing we need to do is basically push them to buy shit. Like, it doesn't fucking work like that if you don't have anything to push them to buy. Like, you cannot hope that someone that has a phone you cannot fix, nor have wares they can use, that you can sell things to them. Like, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, basically just hearing them every day, like, oh, just work hard for getting this much money. Like, mate, I'm working in the store. I get 5 people maximum on a busy day, which most of the times doesn't even buy everything. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to expect from me to be able to do. So the way they see is like, oh, I'm capable of getting 20,000 in one day. All of you other ones should be able to do that too. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I couldn't stick around. Not of my choice, but from their choice, because from their choice I didn't do the best I could. I'm like, okay, that's fair for you, but I don't really give a shit. I think this one is like elemental. Actually, this is much better. There you go. So yeah, so when I say like I want a work where I feel safe, it's like I'm trying to earn money to open my own store. And I really want that. Like, I know that I might not be the most, I don't know, realistic person in a sense. Like, it might just be that, oh, I really fuck up, or I'm gonna keep this, just in case. And, like, it might just go bad. And, like, I know it can go bad. I know that because everything doesn't always go great. I am hella aware of that. But I want to try. Like, the thing with me, as a person, is that something I feel I'm not gonna say I don't get enough of, because I do. It's just that it's a mix of I do and don't at the same time. Is that I want freedom in things. It's a bit about that with like streaming. Like, I could feel for streaming one day, but for example, I'm trying to stream more now. But it's the thing, I live at home, which means like I do have my choices, but I also have the choices of the rest of the family. Like, can I do this today? Should we do this today? You like, I'm gonna need your help that day. It's a bit like I can't really plan things because I don't know what the rest of the family will be doing. Like, if I will be needed, if... Did I actually keep Homer's axe? Because that is as a high fucking accuracy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep that. Let's give her one instead. But yeah, so something I always like felt for wanting is a bit more freedom and things. Like, that's what I want to buy, like, own my own store. Because the freedom of doing your own thing, like, this is mine. It's like when streaming, like, I've said it before, like, for example, Leo wants to have a goal of becoming a streamer. I would want to say that, but I know my personality is like, I don't know how to gain viewers. Like, that's the thing with streaming. Like, you need to have viewers. You need to have basically an income. You need to basically grow. How I see things is like, I can't force you to stick around here. I can't, like, something I'm definitely not gonna force you is basically using money on my... Oh, hold on, we have a few nuts here. Like, using money on my channel. I'm always grateful when someone subs, when someone even, like, donates. But it's never necessary. And I never want it really to be necessary. But I do understand that if I'm gonna work as a streamer, that is a necessity, definitely. So that is something I'm not gonna hide from, but what I need before that is basically a average viewers, I would say so. And that's the thing, like, I'm not the best at figuring that out. Like, I do check things out. I am trying, like, to figure out, like, how to let viewers be here, like, how to make people find. So I take a lot of tips doing things like that, but that's the thing. I can't actively, like, change that. I can't actively just say, like, oh, now I'm gonna invite 100 viewers. Now I'm gonna invite 200 viewers. Now I'm gonna invite 300 viewers. So that is why I personally have working as a streamer as a goal. No, not a goal, a dream. Because if it would work out, if I could do that, I would definitely do it. I would try to do things so much for the community. I would try to figure out a lot of things for the stream, for the community, for everything. What is this? Is this a dancer? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna take this, actually. But as I see it now, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to basically... What's this? For 3 turns, item used by a single chosen ally will affect all. Fuck, that's actually really good. So, yeah, that's basically why I have if ever, rather than this is gonna happen. Because I just feel like I don't know how to get more viewers. I'm not really good at it, and yeah, like, I cannot try to make it happen, especially in the sense I have now. Like, as I said, I'm gonna look for work. I'm gonna work with that. I am gonna start my own store because that gives me freedom. And, like, that's the thing. I don't really... Also, I'm gonna read this first. Unleash a non-elemental attack on a single foe and receive money equivalent to the damage dealt. The fuck? Okay. That is actually kind of really good. What the hell? Yo, that is actually insane. But yeah, so the way I work as a person is that I doubt myself a lot sometimes. And it's even like when it's about work. Like sometimes when I am here at home, I do look for work, I do things like that, but I still like doubt, am I doing enough? And that's even the thing, like, I want to own my own store. But sometimes I just feel like, am I good enough for that? And let's see, my brain kind of shut off there for a moment. Because it's like, people just say like, oh, it's hard work, basically, own your own place. Like, you both need to clean it, you know, both need to do it, you have to do everything. And I know that. And that's the thing, like, every work I have been doing, even those that they basically don't give a shit of how I feel, I have done my absolute best. I have taken care of everything that needs to be taken care of. And I have done everything, like, they need or want from me. Like the thing as, oh, you have not gotten enough customers to buy things. It's like here. I can't really force people. Like, for them, it's like you are supposed to lead them. It's basically you are supposed to force them to buy shit. Like, their motto is no one leaves without a receipt. Like, well, fuck you then. Then perhaps you should actually sell better things. Like, I sometimes don't buy things, but like, I walk into a store and like, I find a lot of different things that someday I feel like, I might actually buy that someday. But there is so much to choose between. In these store places, like, there is nothing to choose between. And the only thing they say is like, yeah, you should have this. Why? Because it's the only thing we have. That doesn't really make sense. But yeah, it's kind of the same here. It's like, I'm not gonna force you to do this. And like, they feel like that's something you're supposed to. Like, but at the same time, like, also, not just to be like income, but like, how many people pops into the store? Like, I can't change how many is gonna come in there. But I've done everything, like, any sort of work I have taken seriously. And sometimes I just feel like, even if I know this, my brain, like, my brain demons, everything, is just like, no, you're a lazy fuck. Like, I'm not joking, there are sometimes I just feel like, I can't handle it because I'm lazy.
Oh? Aye. I see.
That was a faceplant. So, yeah, that is basically just me.
Howdy.
Yeah, so I'm looking for that. I'm looking for work now so I can have my own store, because that's what I feel like. I want some freedom in things, because I feel like most of my life has always been like, perhaps not actively, but I've always had this feeling that each of my decision has to have to come from someone else's decision. Like, okay, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to choose between these now. Like, okay, so I don't have to choose between much. It's just these two. And like, I felt it's always been like, I always have to have needed to have changed something with what I do, so people agree with it, or people like stuff like that. It's, for example, here, like, I don't complain about anything about this. I do help out here at home and do stuff like that.
Oh.
But it feels like sometimes it's like so in the middle of everything that I feel like I can't plan things, because it might just be someday, oh, I've thought of doing this. Can you come and help me? Like, okay, like, I didn't know that, and okay, fair. Because there are some days where I basically don't do much, and I feel like, yeah, I can help out because I do something. I think she lived in here, right? But yeah, so that's sort of the feeling, like,
Oh, wow.
what I want to more or less get rid of. Like, I want a bit more freedom in things. And that's also why I like streaming, because like, it's not, I'm not gonna sound like a goddamn, like, lord of decision of everything, but like, I decide things over here. Like, together with you, absolutely. Like, together with the community, absolutely. It's like, it's not just my word is law kind of here. It's like, if people don't enjoy some things, I will see what I can do. Like, of course, like some people might say like, oh, why don't you play them like more horror games? Like, I'm not gonna do that because you feel like someone random person should play more horror games. But it's like, I might want to like change some of my layouts. Like, oh, would this perhaps work with how that is? Like, I'm gonna see how that works. But sure, at least looking at it, like I listen to people at least. But over here, it still is like, when I stream, I do my thing. I do what I enjoy, and it's like, this is what I enjoy to do.
Oven.
Oh?
Didn't she just come out from the house?
Hey!
Yeah, she just got a bit worried now.
Really?
But yeah. But yes. I don't know, we just went into a rant now. Or a half rant. Like, trust me, I have been through worse rants. To be honest, especially when I started working at that place, or under while I was working. But yeah, so I kind of hope I get a work at least where I feel I
Sorry.
like being there. I don't feel that I'd have to basically force myself just to like get some income. Because that was the problem with the first place. It's as I said, like,
See ya.
the whole like feeling of me like not having freedom. It's in a sense kind of what my first work was about, because many people said, oh, it is good to have work. You should, if you have work, keep it, because it's difficult getting work. So at that time, I still wanted to continue studying, but it was like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years before I started studying again or something like that. And that was because I felt I needed to stick around there. I went home, I started looking for some extra places to study. No, because, oh, I'm gonna stick around with work. It was a lot of forcing myself that I don't like this work, but I need to keep my work. I don't like doing this, but I have to keep the work. It
What's
was
all
a
the
lot
hubbub?
of that. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, what did people expect from me? Or at least what did I feel people expect from me?
Thanks to your tincture.
Trust me, I ranted a lot about that work many years ago. I still kind of do sometimes. But that's kind of why I want, like, I want to at least say I'm half peckish of what work I'm looking for. Because I, like, for example, like this place I just went to. It felt fine first, until I realized where I was working, and apparently the people there doesn't give a shit of where I'm working somewhere.
After all, we apothecaries have a sworn duty to ease suffering wherever we go.
Fine words, those. You must be the apothecary everyone's been talking about.
Interesting. But yeah.
Indeed.
So that
Judging
is
from that
just
satchel
how
of yours,
things
I
work for me.
trust I am speaking
That's
to
my
the
brain, a
body.
little of my thing. So I'm half peckish just because I want to
You
find
bet.
work where I
Though I've only started my
get
journey.
enough income,
I'm
which is
Alfred.
reasonable. Not like, oh, if you sell this much, you will be able to get a bonus. But this is impossible for if you do that, because that's why we've put you there. It's like, yeah, fuck that. Just, it's as it said, like, you don't earn as much as many places, but you are capable of getting a bonus because the other place just gave you a random amount of like salary or a standard salary, and basically don't like, you can basically be lazy or working hard, nothing changes there. But yeah, they should really like check how many people actually visiting, because getting that bonus at that place was so goddamn difficult that I just felt like it sounded good when I was listening to it and when I had customers coming in while I was training. But now seeing the realism of it, of no one is even
Vanessa Heisman,
like
our
coming
pleasure.
in and buying things, you can't actually get that. And I just felt like, oh, instead of being a you can get more if you work hard. It's more of a, it is impossible for you to get the bonus, you just have to work hard. It's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So what I kind of want to find is a work.
A sworn duty to ease suffering.
It mustn't be like something
like
I
the sound of that.
absolutely love or adore. It's just something I can handle, something I don't need to like deal
And I
with
couldn't agree more. It's not about the
bad
coin we make.
co-workers, because that's the 100% issue I've always
So long
had.
as I can keep myself fed, the joy of knowing I've eased someone's
That's
pain is
the
all the pain
issue
I
I've
need.
always have had. The first work and the third work. Second work, I only realized that afterwards because I needed some papers from them and I couldn't get in
But of
contact with the
course,
goddamn
It is for that
boss.
very purpose that I
And
seek to
I just
overcome
like
my
after some
skills.
weeks I was just like, fuck it, I give up. I'm not gonna try and even contact her ever again because it's like I can't get her contact anyway.
Great minds think alike, eh? Hey, would it be too much for me to ask to take a look at your pharmaceutics? Well, just hearing about it, it's clear you're out of my league. The ingredients, the preparation, anything you could teach me, I'm all ears.
I feel like she's hiding something.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't share trade secrets with those in the business.
Kind of fair, but at the same time also, huh?
Ah, beg pardon. I understand. We do need to put food on the table after all.
No
But yeah,
need
just
for
some place I
apologies.
can earn some
You're quite
money
the
so I
diligent one,
can
aren't you?
do the things I enjoy even though I still, of course, working.
Oh,
And
you
I
bet.
don't need to
I'm
like
still new
feel
to this after all.
trapped.
Every day I'm learning something new. At any rate,
Go-
I'm
we
glad
have to-
to know
we
this
went
town is
from,
in
like,
good hands.
Ranting,
See-
like gaming to ranting and to everything.
You flatter me, friend. Fare
Yeah, I've
thee well.
gotten back and forth today, haven't we? But yeah, it's as I said, like something people have told me as a tip to keep people interested is always talk to people like someone is there. Is someone there? I do not know. I am always also turning off my numbers
Alrighty,
because
where should I
it's a
head
good tip
now?
as well. Because he did say that there was one, for example, person that
Maybe I'll
had
take a
numbers
stroll
up,
by the beach.
it was 0, he was silent. When it was 1, he started talking, but the problem is it's not accurate. It might be like 2 minutes in before it like updates. So that is basically like I'm just having my mouth open. That is basically it. Just to like if anyone has anything interesting to talk about, if I have anything interesting to talk about. I don't know if it is interesting to talk about. It's just I let my like thought train just go and see where it leads. That's about it. Did you fall or sat down? What did you do?
Well now.
Good afternoon.
Oh, seashell, I think. I don't know.
What's this now?
Oh yeah, it's a seashell. Thought so. It is on a beach. Also, can no one fix the goddamn boat here? I don't know how long
Well
it's been
now.
laying here, but it kind of looks... Didn't do much, but payment accepted. Fair enough.
You don't say.
Finding seashells is kind of nice. I haven't been to the coast or beach in a long time, actually. Like, sure, Karlskrona is on the coast, definitely. It has a little beach there, but not like a...
I see.
It is a sea beach, but it's not like towards the sea. It's more like on a little lake-looking sea part, rather than anything. I used to go a lot to Varberg, which is on the west coast of Sweden. Because I really
Now
like
listen
it
here.
there. I thought actually of moving there. I don't know how good of an idea that would be. But first of all, like I don't know like what the rent would be there and stuff like that. I'm pretty certain the rent in Karlskrona is much better, to be
You bet.
honest. But
now.
yeah, I thought of doing that someday until I like felt like I'm gonna move to the south coast rather than the west coast. But I really like just having vacation there because it's a really calm place. Like, it isn't really active much. There is like these, what do you say, markets, and like each Wednesday or Saturday or something like that. And sometimes there are like some events happening. One time I was there was actually, I was taking a selfie with a artist. I just don't know who the artist was. But it was a little festival there, so I just went there and just checked things out. So the things are happening there, but it's like, it's a good place if you just want to like chill for a moment, like by the beach or like just a little place somewhere. Might go back someday when I have like vacation and have time and stuff like that. There are like, I'm not gonna lie, there are actually sometimes I just wish I won a lot of
My
money
sympathies.
just so I can do the things I like plan of doing. Like for example, I'm a board game store. But one of those things I also kind of want to do is like getting my own van and remodeling to an RV. I actually got a book as a birthday present. I think it was like, when was it, 10 years ago? I think it was like 10 years ago, something like that. I got that. How to like remodel your van to an RV, because that's something I really want to do. I feel like it's just the time just goes on and on and on. And like, god damn, I've never really been able to do it. And yeah, the problem is the money, of course. So first it's gonna definitely be the board game store, but yeah, if I basically like won a lot of money, I would definitely use some of that to that.
Indeed. But of course.
I don't know why, I just felt for wanting to do that someday, and that's something. But yeah, like I kind of have a bit, like if I ever were like won, I mean like a lot of money, because like I never believe it's gonna happen. I sometimes buy tickets, like I actually have like tickets in my wallet that I've been there for probably some month or few weeks, because for some reason I buy them because of seeing, do I win anything?
Well,
But I also feel like I know I'm not gonna win anything, so I let them be. Because... Wait, what?
what?
Oh, she wants a lot of money. Oh, damn.
I have no objections. Goodness.
Either she is faking it, or she gets it from somewhere else.
Thank you.
Something's going on here. Like, of course, it is a main story. Something is definitely going on here.
Oh dear. Oh.
Ish. Yeah, for the first of all, she was sick, she was treated, and now she has a cough. That doesn't mean she's treated. She is doing something here. And just a sip anything to say my poor Flynn.
I'm sorry.
That's kind of sad, but luckily we have at least us here. But yeah, as I said, I have basically a plan. Important things first, which is basically like board game, moving out. Some for RV, just because it's like on the side there. Some for myself, as using for myself. Basically, like the RV thing is like its own little category. Business thing is like the important things, definitely. I want to have like a saving for an important things. Some for myself, basically, so I can just do some fun stuff. But then I also have 2 other things I'm gonna do. Share with a family, definitely. If I ever get a lot of money from like winning something, that's what I'm gonna do. And also use it for friends. I did explain that someday on one's stream. Because like you're doing things you enjoy to do, and like I'm not joking when I say this, but sometimes when I've had like a bad day, especially like after work, and I do have like the money for it, I do sometimes go into, especially like friends streams.
Oh dear.
and the people like I know or like good people, good beans and stuff like that, and go in there and just gives a sub. Because I just like doing that. It actually makes me just a bit happier. That is like, so that is something I definitely like doing as another category. Like there are, what is it, 5 different things? Important things RV. I have that as a little half-assed one because that is like the same category as my own thing, like doing my own thing. So my own thing and RV is kind of the same, but like at the same time not. Family and friends. Those basically like, if I ever did that, those how is I gonna do that? Because some people like having wondering, if you get a lot of money, what would you do? And like they're talking about one answer, like what would you do as a one answer? I can't give a one answer because I have divided it into different things. Friends, family, important things, and then myself. Together with RV. Like the RV is like, it's something I kind of want to try. It's like kind of something I want to do. It's just that's very difficult to get there, so that's kind of why I gave it its own like category. But because I feel like it would be fun, but I know it's not gonna happen. I've not touched my tickets. Like they are still in there. I don't know if I've not won anything or anything like won anything small or big anywhere.
Oh.
So I just let them be there. Cause in a sense, I feel like I might just win enough for another ticket. But I know it's not gonna be much, and I know it's not gonna be a lot, ever. So for some reason, I feel like I have this sense of I want to win money, so I can, like, I can start doing things. Like, I can start doing the things I have planned to do with my life, if we say so. But I also know, like, that's a very cheap way of doing it, and I also will end up not winning anything. And it's not like I am, like, addicted to tickets. Like, whenever I buy tickets, I basically have bought 2 last month and 2 a few weeks ago. That's me and gambling. It's like, I might try today. And like a ticket is like $3, 30 Swedish kronor. So 2 sometimes, and sometimes 1.
Let me take a look.
So yeah, that's me. That I have them just laying around. I have not wanted to touch them because I know it's not gonna do anything. If I didn't like the Pokemon cards and like the arts of them, I would try to like just card trading. Because that is apparently some sort of half lucrative thing. I have like 1 card that is like extremely valued. But at the same time, it's like, I like it. I like the card. Like, I kind of want to like, get rid of it. So I just let it be there because it might just go up in price as well. How did a rare disease from a far-flung land come to this town? Oh, that's interesting. I guess the other apothecary has something in her medicine that causes that. It said that said it was Vanessa's medicine that cured her daughter's fever, yes?
Oh, yes.
Now it's getting interesting here. Technically, it's always been interesting. I just want to talk about some shit to keep up the mouth work.
I don't know.
What kind of medicine was it? What kind? There's still a few drops left.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Thank you. That is absolutely gonna help. We're gonna analysis that shit. This aroma. It must have been brewed from Gabora Evergreen. That would make sense. It's a potent fever reducer after all. But I remember reading something else about it.
What's this now?
What was it now?
Oh.
Wait, here it is. Gabora evergreen, a flowering plant native to the tropical and subtropical regions of the continent of Gabora, known for its antipyretic properties. A constituent compound has been known to cause inflammation and swelling of the throat, inducing severe coughing. Symptoms resemble those of whooping cough, known to plague the land whence it hails. Due to the risk of severe and adverse reactions, some Gabora evergreen in any dosage is strongly discouraged. Okay, well, fair enough. That Vanessa. She couldn't have...
I'm sorry.
I think she either she doesn't know about it or she knows about it. She's not just willing to tell another apothecary of how she is slipping past bad shit.
Son of a...
She knew exactly what she was doing. She gave the villagers that medicine for free, knowing full well that when the side effects kicked in... because of the rarity of the key regent, I fear I must charge a substantial fee. Jesus. Like, I can absolutely understand selling and stuff, but like, that is insane. She induced those symptoms on purpose so she could sell her overpriced elixir. That twisted conniving... Let me get. I hope you treat her at least. Just do that first. I'll Typhlin. I'll feel better in no time. Give me 2 gifs and I'll brew you up some... just a thing.
Alvin.
Huh?
Vanessa said something about a special moss. A moss that can cure coughing. That's it, miss. Have you ever seen a moss around here that glows blue? Moss. I've never heard of such a thing. Do you not know what moss is? But I don't get out to town too much. You must try it asking around. Yeah, this is his skill basically.
You bloody better.
Stop that at once!
Where do you learn such a... I love it. That's adorable. Especially we thought it's him. Like, they kind of know each other. I just think that's adorable then. Inquire around town for information. Yeah, the specific people as well. Hello, do you know anything? Vanessa's destination. Wait, is that what I need to know? Apparently I have one more anyway. I don't like the style of this place, to be honest. Is this on like a little small island outside of the main island? To be honest, it's actually kind of a good defense. Because it's like, sure, like the boats and shit, they might be difficult to defend themselves from. But like, inland defense, they have a big ass bridge. Just take out the bridge and they basically can't go anywhere. And then, yeah, sure, the problem is, of course, that like you don't really have like any sort of wares over here, basically. You have a big ass church and homes. So I wouldn't really say it's a good place with thought of what they have here.
All right.
But otherwise, it would be a good thing if they had like produces here, if we say so. Because right now, I don't really see anything at all. Like, they have a weapon shop. And other places are just houses. They don't have any way. Like, sure, they can get fish. That's something an easy get. Also, I don't know why I started thinking about that. But yeah, you see there. It's like, this is the only way to get there on land. Otherwise, it's boats. So I feel like it's kind of a good thing. So I'm guessing then that I'm gonna go over here. Oh yeah. I think I am like... Well, I am level 24, which is recommended for him, so that's good. Then 28. Was it supposed to be 28? Was it supposed to be bigger? Oh, I need 34. Oh, 27 for him. No, wait, hold on here. 27 for him. I don't even know him. I cannot check. It should have a status screen for everyone, even though you don't have the party there, because I don't know what level he is. That means I'm gonna basically have to rank up his level a bit. Where am I going? Oh, over here. Okay. I was like, where the hell am I actually going somewhere? I don't know.
Bring.
Dance a skill. Can I learn Moonlight Waltz? Nah. Apothecary. Nah. Let's just do this and smack. Okay, that doesn't really help. Also, it has a big ass physical defense.
Sorcery.
Well then,
Oh shit, not her. That's gonna be absolutely difficult to deal with.
sacred flames shine forth.
No, okay, thank you. You did wonderful with that. God damn. Trade Tempest? Oh yeah, that actually did a good job. Ah, and that one as well. So basically, she's the only one that can break that guy. Lightning Blast. There we go.
I'll do my best.
Cleric Skill, Luminescence. There we go.
Let's do this.
Can do this.
Bring it on.
Wait, what did you attack with? I thought you attacked with sword. Okay, I got kind of confused. I thought it was a sword she attacked with. That was the smallest ass damage ever, and it actually worked. And Tressa level up, that's good. She needs to be 34, so that is absolutely brilliant. Ah, there we go. Red one. What is in this red one? Heavy coin pouch. Yeah, okay. Could be good. It's gonna be good selling. Just getting some more wares later on.
I will battle.
We surprise the foe. That's good.
Coming.
Scholar skill, lightning blast. Yeah. There we go. Not really useful, because they're not weak against it. But you can do trade tempest at least and do this. There we go.
All right.
I'm gonna try this. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So now we have one extra round of having to deal with them. So luckily enough, we could probably get untouched.
Bring it on.
And probably break as well, which is good.
Coming, if thou darest.
No scholar skill. Let's do lightning.
Raise lightning. Shatter it
Ish. Okay, kinda work. Don't know how much health they actually have. What is it on? It's red. It might work. Well, I worked on one of them.
Here I go.
Okay, so that means I'm gonna have to do this again because...
The winds of fortune are howling.
Ah, no, it didn't work. Okay, we didn't get untouched at least.
now. Sorcery.
You're the best one that is basically being...
You got more than you bargained
Like,
for.
she has been confused twice, and she's still capable of hitting the enemies. She's the best one to get confused. I am not really gonna jinx that, but I probably did anyway. But still. Do that, do that. Technically, I probably should have done a normal one because she doesn't have much. Where does this lead? This... Oh, yeah, chest, okay. I was wondering if it would lead to a chest or it continued. Because I know it was one up and one down. I was just didn't know which one was which. Oh, another surprising our foe. That's good, that's good. Let's do two of these. Because I can. Let's do one of this. Break those. Beast lore. I'm gonna summon Beast. There we go. Probably would be better with magic, but it takes such a lot as well. Cleric skill, luminescence, go bam. One is done.
Here goes nothing.
Coming, if thou
Okay,
darest.
scholar skill, lightning.
Raise lightning. Shatter it
My turn now.
Luminescence. Oh, there we go. Now it worked.
I hope I've grown more able.
So not domination. Domination is only when you're capable of defeating them on the first round. So That's probably one of the most difficult one to get, but otherwise it does work. The other two, break is the easiest, because as long as you at least break one each time, or only one of them, I'm a bit uncertain of the rules of that, you will get a bonus. Untouched, not the easiest, you have to basically make sure they can never attack you. Or hit you, it might also be as long as they miss. So that I would say is the second most difficult, with the thought of what you need to do. For example here, like... I can't really do much now, so I'm just gonna have to like do... this. Because the problem is like she starts first. But that means like the crab, now we don't have untouched any longer. But that's the thing, like I couldn't break all of them with only her. For example, last time I did this. Now, this one cannot act. Then I did... Actually, let's do this instead. Do this so they break. And now I can start doing damage. But the one now we at least get them the break bonus. That's what it's called. So, I don't know if I'm coming down with something, because like my throat was a bit weird before. And yes, there are some times that I do drink. It's not like I'm just like getting goddamn dehydrated. But it feels much different to like when I'm actually feeling thirsty. It's just like, I don't know, it feels weird. I think something is definitely going on. The only thing I can say is like, as long as it's like I don't have anything important to do, it's fine. To get a bit like under the weather. Plus, it's actually kind of cold in my room now and then, so it might be that I just got that. Okay, yep, thought so. Because the cave is up here. But yeah, also even my brain feel a bit like a little off. Not like as tired, it's more or less like, there are some times I've been like feeling tired. And that's often like because I feel like either sick or something. But today is more or less like, it stopped thinking more or less. Because like I have energy in my head, it's just like for some reason it's like, I feel like just hitting a goddamn wall sometimes. Is it, at the same time I do feel a bit like, I don't know, slow. Can't check. Are they still on? Yeah, you're still on. Good. My preset there as well. I'm having some good peeps up in the background because they are both good friends and good peeps. There we go. Cleric skill, luminescence. There we go. But yeah, I think after this I'm gonna take some supper, and I think I'm just gonna get some rest and the single foe. Like all foes with your axe. Oh yeah, this was the one I was doing. Yeah, okay. I was kind of confused actually about that. I thought it was the other one. I was like, huh? Like, why did it attack every one of them? I thought it wouldn't attack one. But yeah, I'm gonna take some rest, and I am probably gonna play some Pokemon Unite. I started playing that today, and I am not good with MOBA games, and I think, like, I still meet, like, very new people who played it. But I had fun, and also I dominated. I am not joking, I had the highest score of our team. And it was the first game online, and we won. I think I at least played with people, because they did have, like, names as I had. You know, like, silly name. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm not good with MOBA games. Like, I'm never gonna play LoL. Like, the only way I can describe is, like, when people describe LoL for me, it's, like, just toxic, or salty, or things like that. It's, like... taste bad, if you say so. And to be fair, I feel like I've had enough of that with the place I worked, because each time I describe them to myself especially, it always was like, oh yeah, I'm working with goddamn like lol community. Because it always felt like that for me. Wait, there is a... Oh, no, that's a purple chest. I thought it was a red chest. But so, like, first of all, like, I'm not really a community game player. So it's like, I'm not good with communicating in that sense. There might be like, oh, we have a community or like a Discord channel for like Helldivers. I like Helldivers, but I don't really go into community with that because, I don't know, I'm not that kind of person. I like interacting with people, but like not too many people at the same time. Because I know, for example, I play... What did I play with the Sigamas?
Bring it on.
Wait, what did I play last time? I know it was the Sigamas. Was it Sigamas? No, it was Sigamas, right? Yeah, it was... Wait, hold on. It was... Lethal Company. I like, yeah, I'm talking. I'm like interacting with people because I'm new with some of them. It's like I don't know how to react. Like I don't know how I can like act, if we say so. It's the same thing with the like the Pokemon D&D. Like I have learned to know them. They're good people. They're wonderful just talking with them, and there are some things we have in common, some things we don't have in common, and absolutely just wonderful. But the first time it's like I am kind of quiet because I don't know how to deal with some of them. Like for example, one of them, for example, Neon knows them very well, and like they can basically joke about a thing, and like that is absolutely fine. And that sort of joke they doing is like it's nothing against me, and it's more of a specific person joke. And like I am having no problem with that, and as long as the person doesn't have a problem with that, that's fine. But they know that because they know the person. And I sort of know them, but not too much. So like I don't feel like I know joke about that. At the same time, I'm not very good with jokes anyway, so I don't think I would be able to do jokes about that. But otherwise, like I'm just warming up to some people, definitely. But yeah, that's why I feel like going into like big communities, like, oh, we have a big community for this game. If you ever play this game a lot, just come to talk to us. Like, that is fine and all, but like, I have never really been into a game in such a way that I like have joined into a community like that. Just be like, oh, are you playing a lot of Final Fantasy Online? Come to our community and we can basically like teach you things, talk about things, and do stuff like that. Like, I might like the game. Never played it because if I'm not mistaken, it's a subscription game, and I'm not much for subscriptions games. Yeah, Leo, welcome to the stream. I'm just talking about random shit here and how I interact with people online. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stretch them bones. Hold on. A bit to the left. A bit to the right. Oh, there we go. How are you doing, Leord? I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. I guess it's soon time for your stream as well. Mostly just guessing. Wait, actually, I think you stream like one every day, don't you? There we go. Final Fantasy IV. I think the only Final Fantasy I've ever actually played... No, wait, actually, I've played some as well. Hold on. I'm trying to remember which one I played. I know I played 7 Remake. I think I played X or something. Yeah, of course, you're a team member. You're a wonderful team member and a friend. Of course I'm gonna shout you out. Whenever I don't shout someone out that is a good friend or a team member, it's because I forget. Because it's not often I need to do that. But otherwise, of course I'm gonna do that. Yes.
I'll not be defeated.
Boop. Boop the Leord. Here we go. We're doing some little RPGing ourselves today. Playing some Octopath.
Alright.
I've never gotten this far in this game. Like, I don't know why I stopped. I guess it must just have been life, I guess. Because I think like I'm a bit further than I've ever been in this game. Oh god, you don't have anything. I love that I made her the mage and it works because she's both strong physically
What next?
and with magic. But the problem is her SP bar, which is absolutely bullshit.
Let's do this.
Like the difference, for example, Ophelia 220, Hannes 99. Like good god. I'm gonna have to find some more nuts for the goddamn SP bar. Probably should have used wind here. I don't know if it's a good tactic to actually let Ophelia be both an apothecary and a healer at the same time, because both is technically healer. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I think it was something that was good on her, and that's why I decided doing it. Just don't remember what. Oh, there we go.
I am not made for such battles.
Actually, I'm gonna go and check now what her status actually is. It's now, I kind of got myself curious. There, status. I'm so used status that I get all the way up. Why is it all the way down? Physical attack 210. Physical defense 320. Elemental attack 219. Yeah, like they're kind of similar. So with her job right now and her equipment, I think it should be actually kind of good. Like, access with physical attack is 312. The bow 330. And then we have this is 290. So it still is very good. It's very equal. The only issue I have is her goddamn max SP, which is absolute bullshit. Do I have any sort of thing that can actually fix that? I don't think I have. Nope, not really. I think I'm gonna have to find more nuts with that, but I don't think it's gonna be easy to find those. Okay, just gonna do some healing here, because it's gonna be useful. Inspiring plum. Okay, yeah, so one of those kinda does work, but yeah. Let's just make sure we're kinda healed up. And save. This is the only thing I don't like with RPGs like this. Is... if I die, it's game over. You have to load a game. It's like... bloody hell, like, it's gonna take forever getting to where I was because I forgot to save.
Now to harvest myself some glowworm moss. Can't keep my well-paying patients waiting.
So, more or less explaining the situation. She is an apothecary. And she is capable of healing people. But she is basically overlooking these side effects and treats them as another sickness, which people are gonna have to pay for again. But yes, how are you doing, Leon? How was your Thursday? I hope you have a wonderful Thursday.
Me a king's ransom. Who'd have known this job could be so profitable?
Yeah, well, for you to basically just ups the goddamn
Howdy,
price.
Vanessa. Fancy meeting you here.
Do you like dramatic entries or something? Like, that is way too goddamn perfect.
So you sniffed out my supply, huh? Well, you're not as stupid as you look.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty certain you managed to figure out the problem with your...
That medicine
Things.
we gave the townspeople for their fevers was brewed from Gabora Evergreen, wasn't it? That was your plan all along. To induce the side effects so you could sell the remedy at a premium.
Okay, yeah, so you basically just explained things that I just explained.
You catch on quick. I travel the land selling my potions and salves for more leaves than you'll see in a lifetime.
Perhaps. But you're basically taking payment for something you causes as well.
What do layfolk know of illnesses and their cures? Nothing. That's what makes this job so easy. If it weren't for rival apothecaries like you.
I would say good-hearted apothecaries. Like, rivals doesn't really matter much. Like, if it is a bad, like, if it's not a good one, then like, you probably go with one you know. Like, I feel like there's not that many in this world. So I wouldn't say it's much of a rival thing.
Sworn duty to ease
Also, where does all the, like... Where is, like, the reflection of water in here?
Here's
Is it
some
an underwater
advice,
cave or something?
little puppy. Don't trust anything you can get for free. A stately mansion, lavish dresses, fine wine. Why shouldn't everything I want be mine?
Okay, there is a point there, but it also depends on what as well. Like, if you want something, absolutely treat yourself. But that's the thing. Treat yourself, not like, oh, it should be mine. That is absolutely not different. And also, she said you shouldn't trust anything that is free. You shouldn't really trust anything that you pay for either, because they basically paid for shit that they got sick from.
You're free to have what you want, but I won't let you deceive the weak and vulnerable to get it. Using your knowledge to inflict pain for profit? You're a disgrace to our profession. Doesn't it make you feel anything to see people suffer?
Probably happy.
Should it? The ailing, the injured, they're tools to an end. Just like the little kittens I test my tonics on.
Okay, so I'm gonna beat you up, but not because of the people, but because of the cats.
They bring me leaves by the bucket. And when they've outlived their usefulness, they die.
Jesus.
Do you cry when you toss away a broken flask? Well then, why should I?
Alright, you are kinda insane.
Unfortunately for you, there's no cure for a rotten heart.
Oh, so you don't care for my philosophy?
Wasn't that obvious?
Perhaps you'd care to die instead, My ample wealth has allowed me to secure good insurance.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, do you really want to work for her? But also, yeah, she can't pay them, and I don't think really they care then, so... They still get money if they win, so...
You're a threat to my business, and you don't seem like the type to go home quietly. Or the
No,
type
I'm going
to
home
keep your
shouting,
mouth
screaming.
shut, even if you did.
You're goddamned right I won't. On the contrary, I'm gonna brew a remedy and help those people. Not for profit, but because easing people's suffering is what I do.
Why the hell does he
How
stand like
noble.
he's trying to be
But
Bruce
here's
Lee or
my
something?
diagnosis. That shabby sense of justice will prove fatal.
I should be in a good level. It says it's recommended 24. And he is level 24, and the other one is basically level 30. You know what? I'm gonna keep that, because I did remember I have the Dreffin's Rage, so... I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna see if they're weak against something. Nope, not that. Okay.
Visits me.
Let's do this!
Okay. Before doing too much, I'm just gonna, like, try out some things. Nope, okay.
All right.
I would say axe. Oh, no, apparently not. Apothecary skill. No, not that. There we go. Luminescence. Oh, wow. How much have you been in this cave to be weak against goddamn light? I'm pretty sure I just flashbang them. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Not really much I can do in one round with that. Oh,
Letting the hunt
crying out loud.
begin.
Okay, fair enough. No, not yet, but... Nope. Okay. Just checking some stuff. Linda, could you do something? Ooh, yes, you can. That is brilliant. Let's do sword attacks on this one. There you go, just because. Apothecary skills, not really. How are we doing? I think we could do a small heal wounds on everyone. Just like keep up some health. Holy shit, I just realized Tressa's health is 2,300. Bloody hell, okay, fair enough. Apothecary concoct, there we go. Medicine component of small volume. Poisonous effect, there we go. 200, and I think you shouldn't be poisoned. There we go. Brilliant.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Okay, beast lore again, so we can break one of them apparently. I thought I broke the other one. Doesn't matter.
Letting my arrow holding back nothing.
Okay, hunter skill, rage, there we go.
Cowering before the huntress.
Stimulant, well, they are broken for right now, so that doesn't really matter. Gonna just do some attacks here. Merchant, no, warrior skill, level slash. Just doing some minor normal damage here.
My turn now.
I'm gonna summon the talent person. I forget I can do this. Oh shit! Oh thanks. I didn't even realize. Beast Lord, summon Beast Linda. I'm gonna save up some of her mana because I am gonna use up so much mana later on. Wait, who? What? Huh. Okay, luckily that wasn't that much goddamn damage, but it was kind of awful hearing. Wait, hold on. I wanna check something. Nope. Okay.
What next?
Smack? No, no smack. Okay, there's an element here somewhere they have to deal with.
May the sacred flame shine forth.
I just don't know what element it is. Ice?
Here goes nothing.
Thank you for that. Should I just do icicle? Yeah, let's just do icicle. Okay, ice. Fair enough. Now we know that.
I will not be thy prey.
Swipe, okay. So I can definitely do something here. Yikes!
Ye cats.
Medium
Try
on
this.
her. Ooh. I have a large one, which apparently is not fully necessary. Beast Lord Linda, just so I can take some of their thing. Do I have ever in anything? Energize pomegranate, not really. Light soulstone. Yeah, well, they're weak against it, and to be honest, it does a good amount of damage.
Can't end like do my best.
Okay, shit. One there. Oh shit, she lost her thing as well.
Bring about
Oh,
a
what?
miracle of healing.
Well, it allows us to more or less charge up a bit more because I kind of want to use a special attack on Hanith and make her use magic.
I will not be thy
Here
prey.
goes nothing.
There we go. Like, gonna go down here again. Gonna do a normal
this.
one.
What's the big idea?
Okay,
Letting my arrow
sedative. I
fly
can't
and
really do
true.
much about that. Wait, hold on. Beast Lord, summon Beast Linda. Just taking care of one of them. That's good.
I will not be defeated.
Cleric skill. Yeah, we're gonna have to heal more as well.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
She's our healer and she has a lot to use, so that's absolutely good. Apothecary skills. icicle on that
Cool
one.
off.
The other one's gonna be back next round, but it doesn't really matter. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do this. Donate BP on
For
to
you.
her. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So right now I'm not gonna do much. I am gonna do a Beast Lore Linda. One of them is done. That's good.
Bring it on.
I kind of just want to do this now, just to see. No, okay, it's not gone yet. Okay, yeah, so what we're gonna do is doing this. Wow, you have a lot of HP, don't you? There we go, Cleric skill. Alfred's aspects. Gonna give it to Hanith. Because this is gonna be ridiculous now. Stimulant, huh? Luckily, that is not gonna mean much right now, because I'm gonna go to Scholar Skills, I'm gonna do Blizzard, and I'm gonna do this.
I sunder it all.
Twice.
I'll do my
And now
best.
she's defenseless. So now we're just gonna press on, check what she's weak against. Okay, she's weak against that, that's good. Can I test this? Oh, she's weak against that as well. Testing. Wait, what did you attack with?
Well then.
Wait, Huff and Buff, what did you say? Buff the carry skill. No, cleric skills. Heal more.
Miracle of healing.
She still has one
Let's do
round.
this.
There we go.
All right.
Do I have anything that actually brings some... Hold on, let me check something. Inspiring Plum, SP, BP. Ooh. Ooh, you know what?
Try
Hanith,
this.
here you go. Because you still have one oh,
Open back nothing.
this is going to hurt. This is definitely going to hurt you a lot. Scholar skill. Lightning Blast? Yeah, Lightning Blast. Why not?
Grace lightning. Shatter attack.
1800.
Shatter attack.
Around the same thing. There we go. I know
Here
she's
we go.
poisoned. I just don't really care too much. Soothing Seed. There we go.
Try this.
Also heals, which is good. Not much, but something.
I'll
Oh,
not be
100.
defeated.
Oh, everyone has 2000. Oh shit, I just realized Ophelia is the one that has the lowest now. God damn. Cleric skill. Yeah, some of the townsperson again, we can do that. Healing blow.
Let my
Yeah,
arrow
thank
fly
you.
and true.
I'm gonna give myself an inspiring plum medium. Yeah, okay, medium. The other one gives me around 40 and I have 99, so it might just be good doing that. Just a normal attack. There we go. Okay, so she's weak against axe, so we can do this.
Here you
We can do this. Here we go.
Let my arrow fly and true.
Okay, that we're not gonna equip. We're gonna equip this. Beast lore? Yeah, summon Linda. Let's go. 400. That's good enough without a bonus. Anything I should do? Okay, you know what? Let's get rid of the poison. Do I have anything for poison? Ah, there we go. Healing.
Have this.
Letting my arrow fly and
There we
true.
go. Don't really know. I'm gonna wait and do the arrow. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna use the arrow thing. Oh, her double
Nothing.
attack. That's good. One normal attack.
What to do?
Normal attack. And
I'll do my
normal
best.
attack. Just because she is gonna get back her shield.
What next?
Well, after I'm done with Hanith once more. With another double attack. I love Hanith. Hanith is brilliant. explosive. That
Here
is
goes nothing.
fine. That doesn't matter too much. So now we're just gonna do this. There we go.
My turn now.
We're gonna do this. Let's do 2 of them just to fully heal everyone. Okay.
Letting the hunt
So
begin.
I'm just gonna do a normal attack with an axe,
What to do?
normal attack with a spear. The next round I'm gonna
What
go
next?
bonk. No, you know what? Let's go bonkers now instead. That also works. Hunter skill, reference rage.
Cowering before the huntress.
Eesh, yeah, that's actually good amount of damage. Hoo-hoo. Merchant skill. Can I collect money from you? Oh, I have an 82% chance. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Oh,
Coming, if thou darest.
God, yeah. Okay, I think I got most of her goddamn, like, shit stuff. Hold on, what am I gonna do? Linda. I only have Linda. I don't have any other monster. The other one's just heals or grooms, which is also healing, but... what does it matter? Just summon the town person? Yeah, you know what? Just for fun. There we go.
Here we
She's
go.
about to be done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here we go, save up some battle points. Oh, shit, those again.
My turn now.
But I'm not gonna do that. Apothecary skills, cleric skills, luminescence.
Bring it
Nice. Apothecary skills, last stand, just do this. Kinda want to see her health, but I don't think it's a good idea. Beast lore, Linda. There we go.
What to do?
Warrior skill level slash. There we go. Okay, so she has 60. That's good enough. That's good enough. Beast lore, Linda. Okay, so my plan is Ophelia, ultimate.
Here I go. Elfric,
Hanif, ice magic, break those, and then we just do some damage with whatever I can do.
on. Bring it on.
I'm gonna do the same thing here.
This calls for surgery.
There we go. Just because it does
what to
damage,
do?
and I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just because like I can like do multiple attacks, but the thing is like that would only work on one of them, and I cannot want like both of them to lose a lot of their like shields. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do Scholar skills and do Blizzard because they're weak against ice, and hopefully completely just break them. Because I do this twice without wasting mana. No, apparently they did not break yet. Warrior skill, let's gonna do this.
My turn now.
I'm gonna give myself an Inspiring Plum medium,
This should
just in
help.
case I need it.
Here we go. Let's get down to work.
Okay, last stand. There we go. She's on red, she doesn't have that much more.
Here goes nothing.
But I can't deal much without of her shield right now. It's just I don't know how much they have. Warrior level, will go. Apparently they do have quite a lot of goddamn health. Even though it is on red. There we go, thank you.
I sunder it all.
And I forgot for first of all, I have a double magic. And second of all, that apparently she died of the second one. That was actually wonderful goddamn attack.
Ugh.
You did pay good coin for them. I'm pretty sure I took those coins. I got 6,000 from that. That was brilliant. I'm glad it actually went with 80%. Game's up. I'll be taking this moss now. And I've alerted the guards. If you know what's good for you, you turn yourself in. Alright, you got me. I repent, I repent. I don't feel like she is. Sussed out your escape route already. I'm not as naive as I look.
Now listen here.
I brought a special treat just for you.
This isn't good.
Wait, what are you doing with her?
Now then.
I had a feeling you'd recognize it. Slumberthorn, the most powerful sleep-inducing substance in the realm. One prick, and the next thing you'll know, you'll be waking up on a dungeon floor.
Oh,
Maybe
Get
one
it?
day you can start over as a real apothecary, if they ever let you out.
ugh.
Oh, she didn't even manage to finish her sentence.
Now then.
I'll keep her quiet until the guards come. Now I'll just help myself with some moss. Nice. Moss.
All right.
Woo! I have the moss. Moss is used. How much money did I am pretty certain I had around 40 before, and I bought up some shit and couldn't continue. And now I have 41,000 again. I was talking a lot of shit about this game's like economy and how badly it goes for me. As long as I have like Tressa with me, I'm just gaining money left and got them right. I'm up to 41 again. Holy shit. Also, probably thanks to also me stealing 6,000 golds from the goddamn boss.
Oh my.
My throat doesn't hurt anymore. Ah, it's on the house. The moss didn't cost me anything after all. That's kind of true, like, it didn't cost him anything. That's nice.
Thanks.
Yo, Gani, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday as well. We just helped a little kid here with some coughing sickness. To more or less summarize, this place had an apothecary. They... I'm doing good. There's something with my throat right now, so... I don't know if I'm being kind of rough. That's fair enough. Like, not every day can be good. I'm doing good. Rather slow today because I've tried to program with some
Be safe
tabletop RPG stuff, but I don't know how really to do it, so I'm like kind of a loss. Otherwise, something going on with my throat right now, so I don't know if I'm getting like down with something.
See ya.
Otherwise, it's been good. It's been normal day, I would say.
Thanks.
But yes, I hope it gets better though for you, Gani. Absolutely.
Now then.
Because overnight I'm a little broke my volume up button on my phone,
Where out there is
but
someone
it's
in need
nothing
of
I
a
can't handle.
fixer-upper?
Fair enough.
Open!
Oh, Ellen, Flynn.
Fair enough.
Aw, we were trying to surprise
Sorry,
you.
I have basically just fixed a few phones. So when you said like that, if like the volume up button is not working, I went like,
You're already looking 100%.
what is the fix
ain't you,
for
Flynn?
that?
I'm all better now, thanks to you.
But yes, there was an apothecary here that basically helped people with their
But
sicknesses.
what's this?
The problem is
Have you
that
two been
everything she
rolling around
helped
in the
with
dirt all
had a
day?
side effect, which basically meant that she will need to treat him again. So she basically did a scam shit. So right now she's in prison. Also, I stole 600 gold from her. Or leaves, what they apparently call it here.
Wowzers. Seashells. And scores of them.
Nice, seashells.
Found them
Seashells.
together, Flynn and me. Thank you for helping us, Elfin. Take care, okay?
Shucks.
you're poor.
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I
going
think
to
my
be enough?
volume button just got wedged vertically between the outer and inner layer of my phone. Yeah, that must be what's happening, because on most phones, it is like one of these, like, click buttons, but, like, on only a small portion of, like, flexible circuit. You know, like these, I don't know what to call it, like aluminium bumps. Those are basically like the buttons. So if it doesn't like work with a button, I would say it's because it probably is because it's wedged somewhere. I really want to try to fix it myself, but I'm scared of breaking it. Oh, I know the feeling. I have told people I have fixed my fan on my Switch. It works perfectly now. I almost don't hear it. I say almost because there's sometimes it turns on and I can hear the like very, very like almost not hearing anything at all, but I can hear it's on. But it's such a difference from when I was doing it before. And the problem is like I just feel scared because like I don't know what's gonna break. Like when I fixed it, my SD card reader did not work. And I was like, oh shit, I have everything on my god an SD card. So like I took it out again, I checked it, and apparently I'm not gonna lie, I did actually bend something on my SD card reader, and that's why it wasn't working. Luckily they were so thin that I could just put them back again and hopefully put them in where it's supposed to be. So now my Switch works fine from when I fixed it. But I do know the feeling of like, I want to fix it because trying to fix it is gonna be becoming costly if I don't do it myself.
Grown-ups aren't supposed to cry.
But it's just also like, I don't want to break this because it's gonna cost me more money if I do that.
Even grown-ups need a good cry from
But
time to time.
I can only say this, I'm glad at least got some experience of actually fixing phones, because that
Stay
helped
healthy
me
for me,
actually
will ya?
understand what to do.
You too, Alvin.
So I know exactly how you're feeling with that. Also, what is it for phone? I'm curious now. Is it a Samsung or a... Holy shit, we basically just learned to know you like
Now
one
you're
day.
crying too.
They really got like stuck with him, didn't they? For only like one day or something.
You were always my hero, an unreachable ideal. But heck if I ain't getting closer by the day.
But at the same time, I don't really know how iPhone buttons really work anyway, because I've never really needed to move any of those. I only know like it's difficult sometimes for Android because they're kind of stuck with the frame, which is not easy to actually fix. Oh, Jesus. Honestly, one of the most tense moments I had of trying to fix it myself was a PS3 controller I had where both R2 and L2 were broken, but I thought it was broken. But I thought it was broke for good, so I just tried to clean up the controller, and magically, boom, the L2 worked, and it turned out the button was just hitting the plastic trigger inside it. Yeah, it's kind of like the old the old 3DS, the not thick one, and not the new 3DS, where sometimes the button actually could get like I don't know, something happened with it, so it stopped working. I don't know if you've seen it before, but I have a real-time Realme phone. The fuck is a real? No, I've never seen that. Like, trust me, I'm used to Androids and Apples, but there's sometimes people come in with like, oh, I use this phone because it's good for older people. I'm like, I have never seen this goddamn thing before. Realme. No, actually, they kind of. I thought it was gonna look kind of odd, but to be honest, it looks like a very normal phone. Actually, don't really know what to say about it. Nah, fair enough. I've never seen a Realme, but now I've seen a Realme. It kind of looks like a mix between like Android and iPhone in a sense. Eh, interesting. That's fascinating. Oh. Yeah, I think it's like an Asian phone like Xiaomi and Oppo. don't think I've heard of Oppo. I know Xiaomi. That's even something we in Sweden have. Is there anything I need to buy or something here? I'm not gonna do some side quests today. I did try to do some side quests, but I just ended up going here when I got enough equipment. But yeah, I have a Samsung because I'm more used with Samsung. It's like some people say. Some people say, oh, Samsung is better. Some people say iPhone is better. It's not really, actually. It's just a taste thing, to be honest. It's nothing more than a taste thing. Sapphire Rod. Hanith, physical attack, elemental attack. Ooh. Kinda hell expensive. I got this one already. Wait, should I give it to her? Well, at the same time, her physical attack goes way down. But her elemental attack goes way up, and she doesn't do too much elemental attack. Now, I'm not gonna give this, actually, to Ophelia. Evasion goes up, though. Yeah, it just depends on what features you might want. Yeah, that also. Because, like, I had one person that came in and was like, yeah, most of my family has, like, iPhone, but I have Samsung because I don't like dealing with iPhone. Like, I absolutely understand. I'm gonna check something. What can I sell? 2,000. Sunland Spear. Actually worse. Might be good for our knight, though. This is good for him. We should give this to him. There you go. Just to give him something. So yeah, it's a taste thing, definitely. Because the only problem is, like, for example, iPhone. It's like they are so in control over their own things that even for us fixing them, we cannot fix them with original shit. Do you know how many I have had people ask, like, oh, when you fix stuff, you do absolutely use, like, original, like, parts, right? Like, no, because we are not allowed to do that. No one is really allowed to do that except for their own resellers. And the resellers is basically only selling their things and no one else's. Heyo! Miguel Salas, welcome to the stream and thank you so much for the follow. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Because ever since I've had a smart friend to Samsung, to Realme, I've had this Realme phone since, like, my last grade in middle school. Oh, fair enough. I mostly try to, like, have my phones as long as I can. Like, for example, the last one I had, I don't remember how long I had the last one. I'm trying to remember, but I can't really remember. But it was like at least 5 years or something like that. Perhaps more. But I couldn't charge it after a while. So, to be fair, it was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna need a new phone. I'm just talking about phones here, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Should I give this to Hanith? I feel I'm gonna give this to Hanith. Oh, fuck it, let's give this to Hanith. There we go. Yes, there. The question is, should I sell this thing then? That we just got back? 12. How much for that? 24. Yeah, that's not even close. That's not even gonna help anything. My good god. But yeah, the phone I have now does work. As good as it need to. I have a few games on it. I mostly just play Star Rail and Alchemy Stars. They actually dropped a new event on Alchemy Stars, but the pull on that, the banner on that one, I already have it, and I'm not too interested in it actually. Yeah, breaking the charging port and volume buttons is pretty much my little brother's hobby. Fair enough. I think I did that because I sometimes was laying in it in bed, and because I had a very thick cable, it kind of bent inside there, and that was kind of caused to just fuck around a bit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna try and figure out what the hell I'm doing here.
I will battle.
Oh shit, we are gonna have probably not too much issues, but some issues. Warrior skill level slash. Oh, it did some damage to them.
My turn now.
Okay. But yeah, like, I didn't want to give her the one because the only elemental attack she has is luminescence. It's one. I feel like it's better to basically give her this one. Wait, do I actually have to do this to give her a better attack? I'm kind of confused actually. I know that physical attack allows for like
All right.
her physical, but I don't know if that does when she uses skill, if I have to equip different equipment. Let's do last stand, why not? Here we go.
Coming.
The only thing I need now, I just realized, is I need a... Okay, you know what? Let's do this.
I sunder it.
Nah, it kind of does the same. I think it doesn't matter. It only, like... It only depends, like, your actual stats.
All right.
It's only, like, what you attack with here that does, like, matter if you attack multiple times. I need a new battery for my 3DS XL. Or new 3DS XL.
My turn now.
I actually have my 3DS here, it's working, but I did transfer it to the other one, so I can't really play on it. Also, I don't know where my games are. What's crazy is that the phone I had before this one fell into, like, my bath, like 4 times. It still glitched until I had to get a new one for high school. AK when the virus broke out and everyone had to do things online. Yeah, fair enough, actually.
The winds of fortune are howling.
I have actually had a customer that had dropped it into the toilet once. And I was like, fair enough. I have had a customer that had their phone being run over by a car, and the bloody alarm still worked. The phone itself was absolutely shit. It was open, it was bent, it was basically in the grave. But that's like the alarm on that shit still worked. Like, it was a
I'll do my
zombie.
best.
Clutched. Ah, yeah, fair enough, clutched. But yeah, like that phone they came in with, that was a goddamn zombie. Like that phone was gone, but it still goddamn worked. It was like, fair enough then. Like, I am not gonna say anything. Could we do anything about it? Not really. But it was interesting hearing that the thing still worked. Man, I'm honest really shit when it comes to storage, because all the phones I've had at full storage every single time. Do you have that problem? Yeah, I do sometimes have that problem, actually. I'm trying to make sure I don't have that problem right now. So the only thing I try to keep is some games, some apps, which I still have some apps I don't even really use.
Shucks.
But basically, I
Bring about a miracle.
have also some, like, PDFs as well from Tabletop RPGs. God, I really want to make my own system for the Tabletop RPG thing, but it's so hella difficult trying to do that. Because I want one for Fabula Ultima, but there isn't anyone, and I kinda want that. But yes, I do have that problem. Right now, not too much, because I'm trying to, like, just have the things I have. You know what, let's use a heal more just in case. We can go back and heal them when we're back in town. Okay, I am kind of confused. What's crazy is that whenever I like 2 or 3 gigabytes of storage, my phone just eats it right up. Yeah, it does. I've checked sometimes, it's like a few gigabytes is just because of the phone, and then you have just a small amount left. I was like, okay, fair enough. 81%. Should I? Yeah, you know what, should. 630.
My turn now.
Not really worth it, but fair enough. Olive of life. There we go. 500. Not really that much, but fair enough. I'm pretty sure she's gonna die now. Yes, she is gonna die now. That was actually not worth it at all. That was the worst case. How much health do these things have? Okay, let's do a heal one. Dude, changing the topic real quick, but are you a picky eater?
My turn now.
Less now. Also, don't worry about changing topic. I am great at changing topics. But yes, I used to. I'm still am now and then, not gonna lie, but I used to be worse. Because I am, and I have legit been suffering because of it. I can understand. When I was younger, I got a cherry tomato stuck in my throat. And after that, I decided that I don't want to eat anything at all. And that was basically most of my life. Until I started living away from home and felt like, you know what, I kind of want to try eating this.
Like this.
When did I save, by the way? Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
I just realized, when did I save? If this is before the boss, I'm gonna do the boss next time. Okay, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. God, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda got scared there. That was not funny. I was about to shit myself there, actually. But yeah, I can absolutely understand, because I was really a picky eater back in the days, and I still kinda am in a way. My problem is that I never even tried eating meats and veggies. I can't really eat meat, because for me, often when we cook meat, it's like very like... It doesn't have any spice, it's just meat, it's just like eating meat. There is like no taste to it. So I don't personally like meat, because also like how the consistency of it is. We're gonna do this. There we go. Oh, nice. They're a good level. They are a good level. Veggies I do eat, but not cooked, because still the consistency of them. It's ugh. It's just ugh. But I understand what you mean. Like, I can eat like meatballs. I can eat sausage. There's like stuff like that. Meat, not just normal meat. Not really. It's not really my thing. Like, I didn't used to eat fish. I eat more fish now. I didn't used to eat a lot of chicken. I eat more chicken now. Like, I would say this. Don't worry too much about it, because you do say you're suffering from it. It was a lot like that when I was young. Like, I had very difficult eating a lot of things. It was like, oh, today's meatball, today's sausage. This was like very easy things. But when I moved from home, I felt like I wanted to try some stuff, because now it's I who have to cook for myself, which means I will allow myself to try some stuff. Which means I also could try stuff for my own taste. And after that, I decided I could eat a lot more. I started eating more chicken. I actually could make my own fish and chips and stuff like that. Yeah, but I can't even bear getting close to like meat, because when I was in kindergarten, I went to the butcher's with my mom, and once I watched the chicken scream while the butcher did his work. Okay, that is absolutely fair. Like, it is like me and my father. Like, we can eat chicken, we can eat meat, but we don't need to bloody know where it came from. It's like, sure, I am selling like local chicken. Do you want some? Yes. Do you want to know how it is made? Hell no. I can understand that. I can understand that. I'm pretty certain, like, if my father was actually in the same situation, he would also say, like, no, you know what? I don't want to eat this, because I know where it came from now. I didn't want to know that. Like, I know where it comes from. I just don't want to know the process in detail. It is understandable. It is extremely understandable, to be honest. Like, I don't think anyone can argue with that. But yeah, it is like 3 minutes left. I am